Hi everybody, it is Saturday, June 14th, and yeah, I just want to make it, as usual, I don't have a lot to say. I mean, I do have a lot to say, but it's just that, just to make a short video like this, I can go on for hours. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say that, yeah, I finally got my book published this last week. Um, and I mean, the most important thing about that book for me is instead of me repeating things or explaining things over and over again, if you read the book, you'll kind of understand my perspective, where I'm coming from as far as um, the information I'm trying to get forward. I mean, it's a pretty interesting story. Uh, and it's not about me either. It's about, as usual, it's about freeing this holodeck, sort of, because it's whatever. It's like a long story, but um, so I think in a sense, what I was going to talk about was I know that I get we call it messages. Some people call it from your guides or your higher self, whatever. Uh, that I'm going to be in a position soon to be able to help people get up to speed when it comes to understanding this transition we're going through. We're going through a closed system, Earth, as in like it's not really, it's been isolated, into an open system. So we're going to be uh, dealing with a larger story, which means, yeah, we're going to be in contact with other beings, other dimensions, things like that. So uh, it's going to be a lot to wrap people's heads around. So in a sense, that's what my job will be more in the future, as well as others that are in this sort of in this field of understanding. Um, and then I can actually explain things more, especially because everybody's going to have all the same old questions. Is like, well, what's going on? Who are these people? Are they benevolent? Are they malevolent? Are they, are we being played or are we being used? Whatever. Because we're also going to be ramping up uh, technological things, as in like, we're going to be doing a jump from. It's almost like I know I've given this example before. It's like we're living in a world where we still had oil lamps, and we're going to go jump up to electricity or something. It's going to be like that much. It's like, okay, now that technology is going to change the world, because it's like from there on up, everybody's using electricity, and we depend on electricity for everything. We're sort of going to be going through that stage where it's going to be sort of higher tech, uh, probably a lot more AI too. But again, AI can be very, very dangerous. Um, yeah, but it also becomes, it's because of the input. In other words, where is it getting its data from? Because you got to remember, AI isn't a smart being. It just, it's like it's a complex parrot. It's you put the information in and you get the information out. So it depends on who's putting the information in. That's the danger. So just because, whether it's you listen to Siri or whatever, it's almost as gullible as like saying, well, if you want to figure out what's going on, just ask Wikipedia or something. It's like, you guys, you got to find out who's behind that information. It's not just, it's not going to just give you all the information. First of all, it's going to withhold a lot of information. It's not going to tell you, everything that you want to hear. It's very much like the mainstream media. It's like they're not going to tell you the full story. They're going to only tell you what they want you to hear or to know. That's so that we're going to be going into that too, and so we have to be careful and aware. So yeah, again, I'm going to be probably in a position where I can sort of help guide people through that in the future. So um, and I'm preparing for it. That's and one of my steps was to have this book because it's like, I try to um, you know I tried to make like topics of stuff that everybody's going to be asking. It's like what's spirituality all about? What is ET's all about? I'm trying to answer as many questions as possible in a simple way because every topic can get complicated, but I'm always trying to simplify things because it's just there's too much to know and too much to wrap your heads around. So again, it's like so to me this is like going to be a good start because I was kind of told that 2025, I was told this like 2 or 3 years ago, would be more the year for disclosure. And how I see it being played out is probably by the end of 2025, people are going to get the big story of okay, what's going on. There's something big's going on. We're starting to deal with hidden technology. The government's been lying to us. Whatever. There's so much to disclosure, and then probably next year we'll start having interactions with more open interactions, like put that way, with other beings, things like that. So that's kind of what I'm preparing for. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm here. So also just try to scratch out a living too. Well, that's part of what's going to be disclosed. It's like this holodeck wasn't intended to run this way, and we're going to try to fix it so it goes back to its original intent. Um, they want to keep this reality going, so that is our intention. So we're in a sense, instead of abandoning it and shutting it down, what we're going to do is we're going to work through it and fix it and make it work right. So that's kind of the object. That's what we're shooting for. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to do this short video for now. I think more in the future I'll be doing more like probably podcasts, or like I'll be doing. I don't think I'll be hosting them, but I'm just saying I'll go on to more other podcasts and start discussing these things with other people openly, because that's kind of where we're headed. We're headed to more open communications about these topics and things like that. So that's kind of where we're headed, and I'm preparing for it. So yeah, I can't think of anything else I kind of want to share other than I just keep getting this. It's like there's something. Well, I was going to say something big's coming, but reality is we still have all this theatrics to go through, as in like world politics going crazy and all that stuff. We're being watched and protected, so things look like they're going to get out of control, but they won't. Again, there's going to be sort of behind the scenes guidance to help steer this world from a crazy, chaotic planet to more stabilized and start to deal with the bigger reality. That's kind of where we're heading. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about for now. Can't think of anything else. Yeah, like in the future, you'll be able to ask me more questions because, yeah, I'm up for answering it and telling you what I know, but I'm just not in that position. Well, let me put it this way: I wasn't until what's coming, ahead of us is I will be able to be participate more in just guidance as far as what's coming. So anyway, so that's kind of all I got for today. And yep, stay positive, and I'll explain that in the future a little bit more. But because the reality is, all of us, our consciousness is driving this storyline. And I know I've talked about it before. That's why the more we stay positive and don't live in a world of fear, we can actually start going forward to a more positive world. I mean, that's why we're trying to get this steered in the right direction, because as you kind of figured out by now, especially if you're watching this channel, is that's what the control system is doing. Is they're trying to keep us in fear, keep us in constant warfare and things like that. It's like we're getting out of that. Things are going to start changing for the better for sure. Okay, that's all I got for today, and I'll talk to you probably another month from now. So stay positive, and things are going good. Everything's going in the right direction. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.